better.
What's up guys? Yes, my name is Buddy and welcome to another video. Today we are in New York City and I'm on my way to Times Square to try and get some awesome B-roll over there. So let's head that way now. Before we get to Times Square, what I wanted to tell you is if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so. But I gotta get on this train, so do it quick, please. We made it here to Times Square, guys. Look at these guys. The reason I wanted to do today's video was because I wanted to share with you guys how I'm enjoying my Fuji X-T3. How do I feel about it? Do I love it? Do I like it? Do I hate it? Let's find out. Okay, so I found a good spot to stop. I know that this probably isn't the ideal place to do this video with the sound and the noise and everything going on, but you know what? I enjoy the energy. It makes me feel good. It brings me to life, and I'm really, really excited with this location. But first on the list, is the mechanical dials. The mechanical dials on the FujiFilm X-T3 are super analog, and I love that. It gives you great feel. Look, they're super clicky. You hear that? Super, super clicky. It's really, really easy to work with, and you have little locking buttons on top to keep it from going out of place. But essentially, you have your ISO up top, you have your shutter speed, and then you have your little command buttons on the front, command buttons on the back, and then right here on the lens, you have a little aperture ring. And it's a great, great feature. It's probably the #1 feature that I love about this camera is the mechanical dials, and it gives it an awesome, awesome vintage look. Now moving on to #2, we're gonna get out of here. All right guys, so now we're in a pedicab, right? Okay, but #2 on the list is the customization features that come on the X-T3. You can set these buttons to do anything. You have the little command buttons on the front. You can set that to your aperture. On the back side of it, all of these different buttons, you can completely set your preferences however you want to in your user settings. I'm a big, big fan of that. I've been using Sony for quite a while. I used Canon before that, but this is the first time that I've actually had the full ability to change every button to whatever feature I wanted to. And they also have cool little hidden features in here. So like if you hold the trash button down for 3 seconds and then you hit the command button at the same time, it pulls up the format card option immediately so that you don't have to scroll through all the menu settings to get to the format button. Big fan of that. You can, on the dials here, instead of being able to set them to the custom settings, you can put them on automatic, but you also have different command modes that you can override the settings, and it's great. With the X-T3, the customization options are limitless, and I still don't know if I have this dialed in completely the way that I want to, but we'll eventually get there, and once I got it the way that I think is best for shooting video, I'll update you guys with those settings and how to make those changes. So let's move on to #3. I just got mega scammed. That pedicab ride, I kid you not, I was on it for 7 minutes. I was charged $56. $56. Okay, so point #3 is the build quality. It is such a solid build. It's got great weatherproofing. It feels heavy and sturdy. Like it doesn't feel real plasticky, kind of like the Sony and the Canon cameras do. but I really, really like the construction of it. I like the position of all of the buttons, and everything is where it should be. One thing I do not like about the build though is the hand grip. I have pretty large hands, and I don't have a good grip right there on the side, so it's difficult for me to keep a solid handle on it. They do make a little thumb grip right here that goes on the back, but it would be blocking my my AL button. So I need to figure out what's the best option for me. I don't know if I don't think I want to put an extended battery pack on it. Maybe wooden camera makes some sort of handle that I can attach to it, but as far as the grip is concerned, this is just a little small. But the overall build quality is great, great, great. I love the look. I know that there were a lot of people that were worried about this Japanese brand being made in China, and they were, you know, going away from their traditional production model. But this is great, 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 and I'm a huge, huge fan of the way that this looks and the way that it was built. So yeah, there's that. By the way, I just found out that over here at 30 Rockefeller Plaza that the entire building's power went out, and that's why there were so many people there in the middle of the plaza, is because they had to be evacuated. And you can see all of the shops are closed right now, and it's a Saturday in, you know, the late afternoon, so there's no reason for them to be closed. I'm curious to know what happened, but either way, seems to be okay. Just no power. Okay. Moving on. The other feature that I love about the Fuji X-T3 are the built-in color profiles. There are several beautiful, beautiful profiles that are already baked in that you can apply to your footage. My favorite one that they have is the Eterna profile. It's Fuji's honestly best cinematic, like soft profile. Especially when you're doing videos like this, you don't really have a whole lot of time to take, you know, F-log, which is their log footage. You don't have a lot of time to take that flat profile and do a color grade on it. So it's great to have a nice color profile that Fuji already has baked into the camera. So give it a shot, see if you like it. If you do have an X-T3, tell me what you think. I would love to know what you think about those color profiles in the comments down below, so give me a shout. Actually, I think that it's a rolling blackout in the city. Like, you can look at all of these monitors up here, they're all down. Wow, wow. So I guess Formula E took all of the electricity this week. What do you think, huh? Gosh, look at that. Guys, there's no power up through here. It's like spotty here and there, but for the most part, it's all down. Wow, wow, wow. Okay guys, the last point that I wanted to touch on is the number of frame rate options and aspect ratios that the X-T3 has. It shoots in DCI, Full HD, 4K, 24 frames a second, 60 frames a second, and it even has a high frame rate mode where you can set it to 120 frames a second. The only downside is it does add a crop value to that. I believe that it's a 1.6 or 1.8, somewhere in between there. But it still outputs it at 1080 HD. It's better than the Sony a7S II in my opinion, because the a7S II spits it out in 720, and so you have to scale it up in post-production. But the 1080 is great. It's not as bad. But I love how many options the X-T3 gives you. And hold for all of the fire trucks. Here they come. All right, guys. So I think that that's my cue to go ahead and end the video. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, share, do all those awesome things we do here on YouTube. And if you hated the video because of all of the noise, I don't blame you. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Later! Alright, before we go, amongst all of that chaos, I forgot to give you guys my final opinion. I think the FujiFilm X-T3 is an incredible, incredible camera. The price is great on it, that's a bonus tip in there. All of the features that it has are great. There's a couple of other downsides that I'll cover in another video, but over the a7S II, a7 III, GH5, Canon EOS R, I don't think that it's better than the EOS R just because it has a 180-degree articulating arm on the Canon. But other than that, I would take it over any of those other cameras. I think that it's a fantastic, fantastic camera, and I recommend you go buy one. If you're looking for a camera of that price and those features, then it should tick all of the boxes for a great, great camera to do vlogs, videos, all of the above. So yeah, there you go. See you next video. Thank you.